fine, because I'm going to start at the beginning then.
Okay.
So create order. And there's no purchase history. So this is the catalog search bar, or you can, you know, narrow it down like this. But if I'm just searching for white bread, and anything with those words in it is going to show up. So now I'm going to narrow it down to items that are stocked. This is important.
All right.
That's items in our warehouse and billings. And that's really the main thing. I mean, you can narrow it down a little more. Well, not really too much. Maybe bakery and bread and get out those two seafood items, but this is fine. So if this is the bread I want, there's 12 loaves, 20-ounce loaves. If I click on that item, so 33.29 for 12 loaves. If I click on that item, it'll give me more pictures, a description, and if anybody wants to really, figure it out, there are 19 usable slices per loaf if they really want to order exactly what they need. And I think that's about all. There's some nutritional, yeah, that's probably the main things. So I want 10 cases. And I want lettuce. Stocked. So what would you use if you bought lettuce? Just like iceberg lettuce or anything?
I would think probably that's the most common.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's like green leaf
Okay.
lettuce, that would be more leafy for like a sandwich or iceberg, whatever. So let's just do this one. Iceberg lettuce, 24 heads in a case. Because the 15 cases of the meat is the minimum, I'm gonna put 5 so we can
Where does,
now
where does that show that it's 15 case minimum?
it
Oh, you,
it might at the top. Oh, right here.
now,
But that's total,
right,
not
okay,
not per order.
okay, very good.
Just right now.
Just in total for my order on Monday or whatever.
Yeah, so
Yeah. So this could be the Miami's Bird Club did only the 10 items. Akron did another 10 items. We're good for a Monday delivery.
yes.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. And I don't know why it does this sometimes, but it shows market price in there. I think if you just refresh it, it should bring the correct pricing up, or it might show it in the cart, but I think it's just a little glitch trying to keep up with the system.
Hmm.
There we go.
Mhm.
So, okay. Now this is our order. This is what we want to start with. go to your cart. And then right here is where you put your any information you want to see on that screen that I showed you from the Potomac. So give me a club name.
Beaver Creek.
Beaver Creek. Um, what else will you need to know? I mean, just the club name, right?
That's really it. And I don't think that that's a bad idea to have the delivery date on there. I think that's not a bad idea.
And that's really all you need. Now,
Now, where would I set that to be for August 5th versus whatever
you
other?
you won't yet. You won't until you actually go to submit the order.
Okay,
And I'm going to show you how to. So what's going to happen is we want to go to that end screen right before we hit submit, and then so we can check that separate invoice box right here.
invoice separately. Okay,
Now that's ready to order. If I submitted this right now, it would be for delivery tomorrow.
yeah, I am hungry. But
You can change it. Um, See how it's blue? The numbers are blue, and
right,
over here they're gray because we don't have a truck on Sunday.
uh,
So right now you can change it to any of these days. Oh,
oh, we're there.
we're actually good. We can
Good.
we're far enough out now or close enough now that we can put the dates in.
Okay.
So um I'm just gonna put it in. It's not gonna really matter right now because we're not gonna submit.
Now, my clubs would then be able to submit the order though, correct? Because now we're in the blue.
They would, and that's fine because you can always make changes on a submitted order.
Okay.
So um let's see. And now the next thing, if they're good with it, click submit. Just you know how when you're searching for stuff, I said check stocked because
Right.
that is what is in our Billings warehouse.
Right.
I'm gonna show you one thing that you can tell them. Um, let's see.
Let's see. Backwards.
So this is Stockton Billings. This demand is ordered through our warehouse in Chicago and it takes about 10 days. So that's why you choose stocked because if they order this, then it's going to actually be delivered like after you're already gone.
Okay.
And then so demand is one and remote is drop ship that comes FedEx or UPS. And there then again, like if they had one of those items on there and they hit submit now, it's going to send it to the Camplex next week.
Even if they said the 5th for delivery, it would still do that.
Yes, remote and demand items get ordered right away.
Okay.
And I actually had that happen with Potomac. A lady sent an order in, so now I've got 5 cases of gluten-free macaroni and cheese in my office for her when she gets here.
I'm sorry, Kyle.
S-
Keep in
s-
mind that was not Ohio. Make sure that that
No,
was
no, I know, and we've talked. She's good. She had the church write me a check, and I mean, we're all good. But I don't want, I don't want it to happen too much.
your office isn't that big. Is that why you're in your truck now? Because your office is full of macaroni?
Uh, so so if they check that stock box, they'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back here. And since they can pick that date, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just go ahead and do that.
Oh.
But if if
Can you just go ahead and show me, place this order like they would, Beaver Creek with the date on there in the name, and then the delivery date of August 5, and then show me how they'd go back in to add another, maybe they need another case of lettuce. I don't know. And we want invoice separately, right?
Okay.
What happens if
And
they don't click that?
it'll combine orders together.
So if everybody else clicks it, but well, if two clubs don't click invoice separately, it would combine those two.
Yes,
Everybody else clicked it and they're okay. It's
yes,
anybody who doesn't click that. And then, because let's be honest, it may happen. What am I going to have to do at that point? From the office, we'd have to divide up whose bill is what for them to pay us back.
yes.
Okay. Okay. And each one of my ordering people will have access to see everybody else's order because it's all mine and they've got permission to do whatever. Is that right?
Yes,
So they just want to make sure they look for Beaver Creek's order to adjust, not Akron.
it's pending. It takes about, I don't know, 20 seconds or so to get to the submitted stage. Just refresh. Okay, now it is in. It's an active live order to be delivered on August 5th. Just click back into that order,
Okay.
modify, and I changed my mind and I want 12 loaves of bread and continue to check out. And it's just the process of checking out again. Everything else should have stayed the same.
Name and everything, including the invoice separately stayed there.
Yes, yes,
Is it the same thing if they would like to add another item?
yes. Or take off either way. If they just wanted to get rid of all the lettuce, they can get rid of all the lettuce.
Or add two
Or
clubs.
add, yes, yes,
Yeah. Something that's not even in there. They can add to that until the day before is what you were saying, right? Noon the day before?
yes.
Okay.
Give them a date. We might have talked about this. The end of the month. Give them a couple weeks. Well, 1, 2, 3. That's almost 3 weeks to have their big items in.
Right.
That way, I can I'm going to do a spreadsheet with everybody. So I'm
Right.